Abrana MPP for no abamu no NDC for no kan nsɛm bebree na kyerɛ kyerɛ MPP for no na adeɛ baako a mutimi gyina so de campaign ma MPP for no etimi lose about no 2024 7 December no sɛ galamsey ho nsɛnsɛm sɛ NDC for ne ba ombetu galamsey sikula na NPP for no na abuama Chinese for na ne MPP for na kasa etu campaign na we nam we so nti account for game mkoto aban na ti for NDC for no ba ban mu nso a musa eto kasa China's for na etu galamsey na MPP for na etu galamsey na we na Chinese ambassador to Ghana eti for the nsimbi atoja se Ghana for yan hwie na se yan resolve ntemu asema ma hwe bia oman be kokopie no yani engine okra asase na yusu na yese no na Chinese de oba Ghana ase a yede ne hu se asase dam kokotu good se etmanfo na bi na yede ehye achiri ema mutimi kotu sa asase mu agudie Chinese ambassador to Ghana Tom Defa edinsi bebre na atudwa mesho se koji nsemu ntwemo de tudwe na ordinary TV mesho se na ordinary TV a mesho se be subscribe like na be share video ama obi ahwe me do bia so nya bre etie
people live in those small minings. How many Chinese over here involved in these galamseys? You can't, because Chinese government takes strong strict measures. Like I already tell you that we do not issue them visa. Those people who want to come over here, they cannot easily get the passport. And you can see why the vice mayor of Nanning I mentioned, I didn't come to the details. They approached your Minister of Foreign Affairs to talk about the issues, because some tiny people who were caught sometimes by police or by immigration office come from that city alone. So we Chinese government taking a lot of efforts on dealing with the issues.
Governance expert Professor Bafuaji Manduya agrees that the real problem lies in internal systems that enable collusion rather than foreigners. He calls for urgent introspection in the fight against illegal mining.
There must be some kind of official collusion with whoever is the contractor to bring in these people. So in that respect, he is right. The problem is us, not the Chinese. That I think we must take seriously. So those interested in combating these heinous atrocities against our environment must begin to focus on how we get these people into the country in the first place.
Civil society groups, including the Coalition Against Illegal Mining, are mounting pressure for an end to environmental destruction and demanding prosecution of politically connected actors, including foreign collaborators.
Investigations of all mentioned in the Professor Frimpong Boateng report. There are a lot of politically exposed persons that have been mentioned in that report, and that should be looked into. And finally, transparent prosecution with no political protection. We've heard the president say that he will not cover anybody. We've heard the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources say that there would be no what do they normally call it? Order from above, so far as this is concerned. We need to see that translated into action.
That we don't understand. So, Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa here, I believe the youngest foreign minister that we've ever had. Congratulations to him in that regard. He decided to do a shake-up at the Ghanaian embassy in Washington not long ago. We all heard it. People applauded it. But it appears that his shake-up has created a lot more difficulty. So the allegations that were raised by him, which has been raised by him again in Parliament yesterday, is that there's a syndicate at Ghana's embassy in Washington, and that syndicate is visa racketeering for Ghanaians who are also Americans, dual citizens, who are looking for visa to come to Ghana. Ablakwa indicated that the process is corrupted by some gentleman. He mentioned the name, a certain Mr. Kwarting, and that he has made himself a middleman, intercepted the process, takes money from people, keeps the money, and issues them visas, and that he was going to pull that down. In fact, he actually closed down the embassy, unfortunately, for a few days. Well, he announced an indefinite closure. Later, he came and said it will be open on a certain day. Everybody was wild because closing down an embassy is a diplomatic statement. That means quite a bit. Anybody who studied a bit of politics will know, or international politics will know that announcing that an embassy has been closed in another person's country really is a political diplomatic statement. That means something. It indicates a certain hostility between the two countries. So I guess he was spoken with, and quickly he came and changed it, and the embassy is opened. Now, a few days later, a lady comes up on social media who is not well known. She says she's Jamaican and Ghanaian and American, and that she can't understand how she's not able to access a visa from the embassy. Phone calls go dead, emails go dead, nobody replies, and this is all happening under the aegis of the foreign minister. Now, today, or was it yesterday? I think it's today. The foreign minister was in parliament, and he said this. Ablakwa blames U.S. postal services for visa delivery delays. I didn't understand it. U.S. postal services are to be blamed for the visa delivery delays. Is there a breakdown in U.S. postal services that the American authorities have not announced? Is there a problem at the U.S. postal services? When he said it, he didn't quite explain it. He just said that the postal services, I've never seen a foreign minister blame U.S. postal services for delays in issuing visa to your people. I don't understand it. I mean, it's really, really interesting. But that's what he said, and I don't know. So today in Parliament, this is what he said, and let me read it. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has attributed delays in the delivery of U.S. visa and passports to logistical challenges on the part of the United States Postal Services. I'm sure that Minister Kofi Boah might have a better explanation to this. You know why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because Minister Kofi Boah used to be Postmaster General at Washington, D.C., one of the highest offices held by any African for a very long time in Washington, D.C. That was celebrated among many Ghanaian communities in America. At that time, when in Ghana, we heard that a Ghanaian has become the Postmaster General. It's a very, very important position in Washington. Because our post offices don't work, it might sound not so important. But in Washington, D.C. is one of the most important positions, the Postmaster General. And Kofi Boah occupied that position before he came to Elembele to be elected as Member of Parliament. So I'm guessing that, I'm hoping that Ablakwa has that information. Sometimes these are young men, they don't even have the information of who has been where. But if Ablakwa had that information, I think he should have called Kofi Boah to explain to him that we are having some challenges with the U.S. postal system. And I'm sure with the press of a button or a phone call, Kofi Boah could have been able to solve that problem, because Kofi Boah was there in 2007. Yes, in 2007, 2008, Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boah was the Postmaster General in Washington, D.C. That's a matter of fact. So I'm not sure what is happening. They are both in the cabinet. Kofi Boah is Lance Minister, you are Foreign Minister, you're having difficulties. You just call him. And Kofi Boah will be able to solve this problem for you. I don't know whether he called him, but I'm guessing he didn't. So this is where we are. He says that the U.S. visa and passport to logistical, he attributing the challenges to logistical challenges on the part of the United States Postal Services. He, Ablakwa, made this revelation on the floor of Parliament on Wednesday, June 18th, while addressing growing concerns over the late arrival of visa packages, which have sparked anxiety among applicants in recent weeks. According to the minister, although the processes for issuing visas and passports have seen significant improvement, the persistent issue lies in the final stage of delivery. Now, let me deal with this. When he says that, he says, although, what did he say? It says, according to the minister, although the processes for issuing visas and passports have seen significant improvement. What kind of improvement is he talking about? What improvement is he talking about? The only improvement that Ghanaians want is that I have applied for visa, the visa has come to me. Whether it was lying on a white table in the embassy, it was lying on a black table, it was in front of the ambassador, it's inconsequential to the service that the Ghanaian is looking for. So Ablakwa must sit up in that regard. You don't come to Parliament and spew empty words that mean nothing. What is improvement? What improvement has come? The guy wants his visa to him, you say it's improvement. You have had improvements and you're not delivering the ultimate thing. The ultimate thing is to get the thing to the guy. He wants to come to Ghana, as simple as that. Homowa is coming. He wants to come and eat quickly. And then you are telling him that you have improved, but he can't have his passport. What kind of improvement is that? It's balderdash. A minister should stop throwing words about. Public servants, public officials, ministers, they should stop throwing words about when they go to parliament because they know nobody is asking them questions. They know they are doing a monologue. If he was sitting on Joy FM and said this, Blessed Soga would have asked him that, what is the improvement that you are talking about? The most important thing you are delivering is that the person sends his passport and he gets the passport back in good time to organize his tickets, come to Ghana and come and eat quickly in Osu in August. That's what he wants to do. You are not able